a lot of you have probably seen Tommy in its video with featuring the chest cavity mod, where he opens people's organs or bodies and stuff, and takes organs out and replaces them with other ones. You may be wondering how you could do that with friends or something. I'm gonna be showing you with the Feather client. All right. So basically, you have the chest cavity mod here on CurseForge, and I'm gonna be using 1.19 as an example. All right, so this is the latest game version. This is the latest chest cavity version with with 1.19. Now, one okay, so you have to now this is it's a fabric mod. So if you want to play with other people, you can just download it. But like if you want to play by yourself, you can just install it or you can download it. Uh, I usually just download it because I usually play these mods with other people. So, uh, let's just pretend I downloaded it, right? If you download it, it brings you to a certain thing, just a certain like screen. Just wait until you have it downloaded. It should be like down here or something. All right, so this is the screen here. This is where it shows the mod. This is yep, the mod just downloaded right there. It's right there. Right now, it's in your folder now. It's right here in your folder. So what you're gonna do is you go into your Feather client, all right? You probably see this menu. You have to go to the mods menu, all right? So you have to click add own mods, and then you gotta drag this into you have to drag this into here. I already have it in there, so I don't need to. That's just for reference. Or you can just go to this folder and click on downloads, and then here it is, and then add own mods. Now it's another folder, and you can just drag it into here. So for Feather, you have the chest cavity mod here. So for Feather, it comes in with a pre Fabric API. So you don't need to download the Fabric API here because if you're using Fabric mods for its chest cavity is a Fabric mod here. So if you're using Fabric mods, you have to download the Fabric API and put them in your mods folder. If you're playing just like the regular Minecraft launcher here, but we're not. So yeah, uh, you don't need to download the Fabric API. But what you do need is the cloth config API. So the cloth config API is necessary, otherwise your Minecraft will not run. So here it is. It's the same thing. It's the same downloading process. So this one is the Forge one. We don't want the Forge one. We want the Fabric one. Now you'll know it's if it's Forge or Fabric because of this section here. You know if it's the game version at this section here. So we want to look for the Fabric, and this one says +3, and you can hover over it, and it says 1.19, 1.19.1, 1.19.2, 1.19 snapshot. That just means that that you can use it for any of these versions that it shows. So you download it, and then you do the same process with the chest cavity mod. You got to put it in there. All right. After that, you have to okay, after that, you can go press play. Well, you can go press play and you can start your own single player survival world. But if you want to do a multiplayer, you want to host a multiplayer server, you can go to here. You can go to here. You can select a world here. Let's do a random I aspire here. All right, and then for here, choose template. Since you're doing a fabric mod, uh, you have to click on fabric. And because I picked 1.19, I will do version 1.19. All right. All right. So we have the test server here, and now what we need to do is when we open a folder, you may think they open folder, but you can't really do anything. There's nothing you can't put in your mods yet. All right. So you need to start the server first. All right. Wait for it to all load in. Now we can just power off for now. We don't really need to. We can if we want to, but we can open the folder, right? And then now we have all these folders here and notepads and whatever, right? To put in your mods, you gotta click on this mods thing right here. All right. Now you put in the mods that you want. You put in the mods from earlier, like your chest cavity, and you have to put Fabric API now. It doesn't automatically put it in there. All right. So you're gonna put in these mods. You're gonna go to the mods folder here. All right. And then you need to put in these mods here. So I'm gonna download. I'm gonna download this thing. All right. I'm gonna wait for it to download. All right. I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna wait for this to download. All right. And then you can go into this. Right. You go drag this into there, and then you need to drag this into here. Now you need to have all these in here, at least all these, anyways. These three you need to have together. All right. Now that you have these, you can start up your server again, and then it'll include those mods. All right. So now you can open this folder. What you need to do, like, if you want to open your friend's chest and stuff, you can power off if you want to. I suggest powering off every time you do this. But you power off, and then you open the folder, and then now you have this config file. You didn't have this before. You now have the config file. You open it up, and you see this chest cavity here. You have to open this in Notepad. So how to open this in Notepad is, if it's not in Notepad already, you can just uh, right click over it, open with, and you can, if it's not, if Notepad's not here, you can choose another app. All right. And you can click on more apps and just scroll down until you see Notepad, or just any app, or just any app that like lets you uh write with. But I use Notepad because it's easier. So you have all these. These are your configurations. All right. What you need to look for is the can open other players. And you see the false here? There's a false here. What you need to do is you need to delete false and set it to true. All right. And then you click on the X, you save, and you think you might be done, but you are not done. If you want to, you may join back thinking that it's that you can open each other's chests, but you can't yet. You Every single one of the players in your that is playing with you, they need to go through this process too. And well, except for the server thing, but they need to go through the downloading process of putting it in their mods folder. And what else they need to do is they need to go down into the search bar. They need to type in percent app data data percent, and then you see this file here. You need to open it. All right, you need to open this, and then you click on Minecraft dot Minecraft. All right, and then config, and then this is where your stuff is. This is a lot of stuff like your mods. There's like a lot of your mods and stuff. So you need to look for chest cavity, and if it's not already in Notepad or in like any app that lets you type in it, you gotta do so. You gotta repeat the process by right clicking over it, open with, search for another app if nothing's already here, and you just look for an app, more apps, and you look for stuff that lets you type. So Notepad right here, open. All right. So when you see here, this thing you need to look for. Now this used to say false. This thing right here, it used to say false, but I made it say true. So what you need to do is you need to you need to type in true. You need to delete false and type in true, and then you click the X, save, and then you can get out of there. You can get out of there. You can get out of there. All right. You can click X, and then you go back. You can start your server, your Feather server. All right. And then when it's up, when your Feather server's up, you can finally like just play regular chest cavity. You can play the chest with the chest cavity mod on your Feather client server. be sure that you're on that when you put the mod into your folder, it's on the right version because if you put a 1.19 mod into, let's say, a 1.20.1 folder, then it won't work. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I know it won't work. It may even like not let you play the game or play Minecraft. You can just remove it if you don't want it. If you made a mistake, but make sure that if you're doing, for example, 1.19 mod, it's on 1.19 fabric. And also here, you also need to switch the version as well to 1.19, and then you can just launch fabric and you'll be good to go. All right, I hope you found this helpful because I needed a lot of help with figuring this out. Yeah, this video is just to just make things more simple and just easy. So, you know, see ya.